Let's test some audio. Perfect. Sweet. Alright, I think I got it working now, guys. Really hoping that's the case. Let's get this flight stick set up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. After much difficulty, you know what they say. 10th time is the try, right? Or is it charm? I don't know, man. My brain's mush trying to figure out all this streaming business. Way above my pay grade. Alright, now for some chill flying. Where do we want to go? Ooh. And a Savage Cub, too. Oh, damn. Hope he's okay. You're gonna have to reach out. That's brutal. That is no bueno at all. Damn. Poor Hot Rod. I haven't seen the post yet, but yeah, I'm super curious. Hope the dude is doing all right. Let's bring this up here just so I can look. Yeah, I'm game for it, man. I am super game for next. I am super game. Been having a lot of fun running the dailies this week, man. Seems like everyone's doing, alright, now I got this. I'm just gonna circle back. Seems like everyone's doing daily C at Road Atlanta, which I mean I enjoy. Don't get me wrong, I put up a decent time, but I really only did a couple laps there, to be honest. I've been grinding Lago up until like yesterday. Really, my time pretty much has stood still around top 1,000, which has been pretty much the best I've ever put up. I mean, I've gone on like super early on Monday and tried to put up a time, which I mean I got like top 200, but then it quickly falls to like 3,000 overnight. But yeah, this one stayed steady around like 800 to 1,000, so I'm pretty amped about that with my oh, what are the times there? I think it was a 107.9. Barely got the 107. But yeah, Lago's been fun this week. I'm having a blast grinding that one. We're on the road to A. Alright, what is going on here? Why? Now it's operating how I want it to. Let's push this over here, actually. I'm just gonna let go of the stick for a quick sec so I can swing the controller around. Start bringing the airspeed up those flaps. Oh, you broke even in DR points? I mean, hey man, try out B. I've been finding, because everyone's been doing pretty much C exclusively, that I was able to put up an insane time there. So I've been starting top of the grid like pretty much every single race, unless it's a top split. I've even seen like A pluses in my top split, which is kind of weird. But But for my top split, even for those, like, I am usually the only guy that's mixed in with the A's. This is way too much airspeed. I mean, I can try, but this isn't going to work. Yeah, it's not going to work. I've been really shocked that I've been, like, the only B mixed in with them. And I usually, even in the top split lobbies, I'm, like, top 5 for a grid start, which is so nice. I mean, especially at tracks like that, where it's like, yeah, you have some overtake opportunities, but I would argue there's not a whole lot of them. It's very narrow corner. But there tends to be a lot of people messing up corners, which is like, obviously a gimme overtake position. You've been too sick to run the last couple days? Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if you're not doing great. I remember reading you had an ear infection. Or I think that was you, right? Which, I mean, regardless, man, sick or ear infection, whatever's going on, that's just never fun. Trying to focus on racing at the same time. That's always brutal. Even yesterday, it wasn't even me sick. My girlfriend had food poisoning, and I felt like I could barely hop on to do anything. It wasn't really until night that I felt like I could give it my full attention. Alright, let's actually lock in here. I can do this, I'm just not paying enough attention. That's too early on the flaps. At least probably 80. That is a good question what time it's at. I mean, usually I think his streams are anywhere from like 8 to 9 o'clock starting, something like that, Eastern time. But yeah, for tonight, because it's such like a different thing that we're all trying, I actually don't know. I don't know. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's called Jackbox 3. He randomly just thought of this on one of his streams. I think it was last week, maybe. I mean, maybe someone gave him the idea. I'm not sure. But yeah, I love the premise of just like a chill game night. And plus, he was explaining it that we don't even really have to hop on like the PS5 or anything like that. I'm pretty sure we can just play from our phones. He downloads the game and like I think it sends like an invite code or something like that. So I don't know if it's an app or a website, but I mean we'll find out when the time comes. Yeah, and once again distracting myself. Yeah, that's an abort if I've ever seen one. I'm gonna stall. My engine's not going up. That was weird. That was weird. I couldn't punch it. Let's go try different aircraft. I'm clearly not doing this well. Let's see. Let's see. This one looks fun. Oh, I didn't even click it. Strong winds are always fun. Very challenging, but let's try it. Ooh, twin turbo. Diamond aircraft. Let's try that. That looks like a very fun aircraft. Looks pretty heavy, but I mean, it's got the twin props. There's that extra weight. Hey, kids going eastbound, I-40 West, OKC. Yeah, gladly. We'll chase you down from the sky, Beecham. I will gladly go fly over there and see what's good. I'll clear the path for you, make smooth travels. Yeah, I remember you saying that earlier in the week, though. That you had to do a bunch of driving next couple of days. So when's your next stream? Is it going to be like tonight or Friday, I think you said? I can't really remember. I'm always amped to hop in and check out what kind of data information you got up your sleeve. It's always super revealing. I feel like I've been learning a ton. what do we got here? Where am I going? Full 360. Let's tip the wing, see if I can see it a little better. I really can't. That's a problem. Might need to do a flyover here, folks, just to kind of get a better understanding as to what's happening. Oh, alright, I see it on the map. I see it. Let's take those flaps down, get the engines up, so we don't stall in our turn, which we're gonna, because I'm pointing nose up. Yeah, I'm super game, Rusty. I'm hoping it all works out, that we can get the timing of both. That'd be sick. That would be very sick. Hey, Jax. Welcome, man. North Korea, done deal. Done deal. Give me 30 seconds to see if I can quickly land this, and then I'm going to North Korea. I don't know if I've actually flown there, too. Maybe we'll check out the DMZ, or if, like, you guys know where, like, if anyone wants to give me, maybe not coordinates, but, I mean, I'll look it up on my end. What am I saying? Oh my god, way too much airspeed, flaps up. This aircraft's too heavy to stop on a dime, so this is going to be a problem. Yeah, that would be a classic abort right here. So I'm just going to quit. That would be a very much an abort in real life. I'm just not skilled enough to just hop in any aircraft and do this yet. If you give me the ones I like, I feel like I could do these challenges, but I mean, these are strong wind takeoff landings. Alright, North Korea. Let's see. Not super good about my geography of this region of the Where's 3? I mean, I really don't know how long it's going to be. Beach. That'd be sick if you can manage it, man. Best of luck in the traffic, though, for sure. Appreciate you even just jumping in and listening, bro. I wish I had, wish I was doing like a GT7 one right now. I could get all analytical with you. But no, just some chill flying, especially after my day yesterday. My god, my girlfriend had food poisoning, so it's like, it was just a whirlwind of a day, to be honest. Alright, let's see. I am looking up the location of his palace. I wonder if it's like even in the game, to be honest with you. How about this? We'll get to that. North Korea DMZ. Let's see if that's in the game. Let's go to maps. Bear with me a second, guys. Alright, I see. I see now. I understand. I'm way off. The DMZ looks to be... You can see the line. Because of like locations and different things. I'm pretty sure that's probably the line. Let me zoom in on the map. Yeah. That looks to be... Let me just confirm with some town names. View over the border. Yeah. RK. Yep. Alright, we're going to check this out. Yeah, we are... Oh, apologies if there's any lag on your end, Jax. Apologies. I don't even know where to start, though, is the real thing. I mean, we're just going to check it all out. Maybe go from Seoul and head north. Says departure. Let's make it daytime. Textron Aviation. Yeah, that's fine. Mustang, what's going on, you legend? How's your day going, bro? And anytime beach, that was honestly so much fun for me. Like I said, man, every single time I'm hopping in, I feel like I'm learning so much from you guys. Even if it's just like, you know, being a data logger, checking out your fuel consumption, making sure that's fine with races, how to better assess situations and plan your strategy. Because it really is a huge different ballgame compared to just like figuring it out like an FL at a track, for instance. And I'm slowly realizing that and kind of applying it to my my daily C races. But I was just saying to, who was I talking to? The Rusty earlier in chat. I've been pretty much exclusively doing Daily B this week at Lago. I just put up such a good time there on my global rankings that I felt like I had to. And I mean, it seems kind of obvious to me because I feel like everyone loves Road Atlanta. Why it's less popular going to Lago. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun, pretty much only starting in front of the grid, even in the top split lobbies, so I got my sights on A. Still a good ways for me, but I'm homing in on it, or honing in. Doesn't even have planes in sight? Yeah, right? Honestly, man, dead ass. And half of that might be my setting too, Jax. Because I could put on real-time traffic if I wanted, or I could put on bots in the sky, all that stuff. And lately, I've been having a lot of difficulty. I'm sure you even notice it on your end with my streaming latency. I've been messing around with it all day. And I find this game has better quality when I leave it on no air traffic. Just seems to be loading less all at once, you know what I mean? Alright, let's leave the markers on just so I can see. Yeah, it's not really showing me much. Oh, there's one. You're just chilling in a parking lot, Mustang? Ah, he's doing, I see. He's doing paperwork on his motor vehicles. That'll do it for you, man. That'll do it. As exciting as it gets, but hey, has to be done, right? Good for you, taking care of business for the fam. Portal, you talking binary over there? That's a riot, man. Yeah, Beecham. Portal thinks you're a robot. Between the data and just like the times and speed you've been putting up, man, he doesn't think you're a real guy. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, at least for my quality 480p right now, Rusty. But usually I can keep everything on normal, like normal latency. I can even put it on HDR for when I'm on my desktop, sitting over there. But yeah, right now I had to switch over to like my couch, so I'm just on my main TV. And I've reduced latency, and I even brought down the FPS on like my actual broadcasting setting. Let me know if you can translate that, Portal. Beep boop bop, beep bop. R2D2. That's mad funny. Honestly, because you're such a big Star Wars fan, Portal, and I'm sure honestly deep down, I mean we all love Star Wars, who we can, right? Who doesn't at least appreciate it at the very least, even if you don't watch it or like it. But hey man, you should make them like an R2D2 livery. That'd be a pretty funny premise. Beach the robot. Not a lot going on here, not gonna lie. He might be Rusty, he might be a robot indeed. He might be. I mean, with that sudden jump, man, after the lead session, I don't know if it's correlated with the lead. I don't know if he just suddenly was like, hey man, head to the grindstone. Clearly all the data is massively helping, which I mean, makes perfect sense, no different than real racing. I feel like it's just piecing it all together, and especially if you can analyze it from afar, kind of step back and say, hey, not even just me putting up my, you know, my subpar laps, but other than putting up subpar to my FLs, you know, what's happening in between? You know, why are the best guys, wow, alright, that didn't work, G-forces. Why are the best guys, you know, say maybe lapping me in an endurance race that's 39 laps, or figuring out those small differentials, even just looking at your pit time in the how long it takes to refuel, just assessing everything from afar. I mean, you see the big picture when you do. Yeah, challenge accepted. Day by day, Portal. Not gonna lie, man, your liveries are getting pretty damn sick. I feel like you picked up liveries very fast, bro. So I remember at first I was like showing you like a week ago or so, I was showing you like little things in terms of how to find stuff in the community content, how to save for the favorites and all that. Then all of a sudden you showed me some a couple other nights ago. And in the back of my head I was like, yeah, this bastard figured out liveries like quicker than me. So seriously, man, props. You've been making some sick ones. And apologies, Jax. Let me scroll up to what you said, because I feel like I'm probably not flying wherever you want me to. North Korea doesn't have planes in sight. It's next to South Korea. Lag. Fly to North Korea. I don't know if I'm just missing a message from you or something. I don't see any like instructions if you're trying to tell me to do something. I might just be missing one of your messages, to be honest. Apologies about that. Yeah, we're heading north, so starting in South Korea, we should at least be able to see the DMZ if we didn't already just pass it. Because I have no idea where everything is in this country. Yeah, you're picking it up fast, Portal. Seriously, man. Seriously. I think Portal is going to be at the game night. I think he accepted the invite. But yeah, I was saying earlier, super down to do that, Rusty. If we can manage the time of it, I'd love to do some collab liveries. It'd be a lot of fun. I feel like it's a part of the game I just kind of ignore, and then there's always a new car that I want each daily. That, I mean, at first I don't really care what it looks like, especially just putting up laps and stuff. But I mean, who are we kidding? We all want sweet cars, you know? Gotta be styling if you're gonna be putting in this much work to be fast, you know, boys? Should probably turn down the throttle here, because I feel like I'm massively stressing the engine. Before game night, good looks, man. Perfect then. I'll gladly be there. What do we got going on here? It's so wild to me how every single country, and I mean it makes perfect sense, you know, just based on the materials available, even painting wise, you know, and stuff like that, and it's cultural differences too, but it's just the architecture of each country being so vastly different, and it's a combination, I'm sure you could say, of the landscape blending visually with these elements, but like it's just always a trip to me to see like cities in other countries, just how different they are. Port Atlanta. Yeah, we gotta get some catchy nicknames going, Portal. Speaking of which, Portal, hoping to make the jump officially to the webcam gang. Officially, I haven't set it up, but I officially got one. And I mean, obviously I have one on my Mac too, I just never really do that. But I need to set up either OBS or Streamlabs. I'm probably going to do that after I hop off in like an hour or two. I mean, however long this stream lasts. But yeah, I'm super amped. I might even toss you some messages in Discord, Beecham, if you don't mind. I know you have a lot of that under wraps, and even Phil was offering me a little advisement earlier, which him and I are going to do a one-on-one on Sunday, and he'll kind of walk me through some stuff if I haven't figured it all out by then. But yeah, man, I'm super amped, Portal. I feel like you should follow lead. It's what difference it's going to make, I feel like, for your channel. I mean, not that that's my goal, growing my channel. It's really more, if I'm being genuinely transparent, about just like finding some cool dudes to chill with, playing the games I love. You know, and the simulator games are so up my alley. It's something I'm going to play the rest of my life. So whether it's getting faster at GT7, you know, catching my A, and then from there it'll be probably years. I mean, who knows? I don't want to sell myself short, but I'm just trying to be realistic about it before I ever get an A+. But that's the end goal, man. Chase the dream. And then someday with this, I do want to get my pilot's license. That'll be when I retire someday. That's not a priority at all. This is just a passion that I love. I'm more into droning. You know, I have my my license there, so I'm fine with that for the time being. Yeah, back to the whole channel part. I mean, it's more just about finding some cool guys to chill with, learn from. It's really how I got into GT7, just trying to get better on my my times. Yeah, man, it's funny how you meet a bunch of people along the way, and whether it's just shooting the shit or like exchanging advice on track, all that kind of stuff, just talking about dumb stuff or liveries. It's been such a blast. Like I never was really into. I mean, I always was into YouTube, but I was never into like streaming myself or anything like that, or even really jumping in live streams. I just kind of watched YouTube videos in the past. Then one day I just like kind of randomly thought about it and did it. And yeah, it's funny how from there it just snowballs. It's a giant rabbit hole, not gonna lie. Yeah, you going camera tonight? Also, apologies that I am the worst ADHD streamer ever. So it's like reading chat and trying to do stuff and talk for me is like, geez, it's a lot. Like, look at this. I'm trying to read chat and I'm going to the sky. I gotta keep this steady. Steady, boy. Easy, boy. There we go. That bad Larry was getting a little out of control. New headset. Now we're talking, Rusty. Now we're talking. A YouTuber. That feels so weird to say, Rusty. Like, if I was ever in a public situation, not like, because I'm still so new to this, I don't know if I'd ever call myself a YouTuber, which is super funny to think, even though technically I'm doing it. I'd definitely call myself a GT7 driver. I mean, I've put in enough hours and been committed to that enough that I feel like I am. Ali, what's going on, you legend? How's the day treating you? Haven't done any Ireland flights today, but always thinking of you, Ali. Anytime I fly over there. What's the story, Ali? I don't even know. I distract myself, Ali. The story could have been anything. I have a million stories up my sleeve. I could talk about just about anything. 24 hours you Portal. When I read that on Discord, and by the way, I was trying not to bring that up in chat. I wasn't sure if like you cared about people knowing that or not. I was dying laughing, bro, when I read your Discord message. I think I was in Saragon's stream when I read it. Oh my god, man. I literally was laughing out loud. Because I feel like I've heard of so many people where that happens to, where it's like something dirty happens on track, and it's usually obviously not your fault. They might chirp you, and then you're like, yeah, the audacity of this guy that caused an accident to chirp me. You say something back, and they say something back, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the story is all this time. One person usually ends up getting banned, depending on who says the worst thing. Yeah, man, they're strict about that stuff. It's wild. I'm just glad you were able to, like, dispute it and get your live back. I feel like that is super rare. That you were able to get PlayStation or Sony on the line, able to respond to you in one capacity or another, and actually reverse what happened. That's the more impressive side of the story to me. Oh, you're gonna build a player today for what, 2K25? Is that what we're talking about? Nice. I assume that's what you're talking about. I was, yeah, I downloaded it. That way we could play that with Ed at some point. It's like, don't get me wrong. I'm probably playing GT7 like 80% of the time. This is like the other, I mean, I don't want to say 20, just because I do enjoy other games, but this is probably the other like 18 to 15. But I'm always super game to change it up, especially if it's a sports game, something like golf. I feel like there's a lot of golf appreciators in this community. Also, as we're chatting, I'm gonna go fly somewhere else. I know, Ali, how dare I not fly over Ireland? The homeland. The homeland. Alright, let's see. End flight. I don't even know what I'm doing. My brain's just so fried, guys. And they really are rusty, especially in a group. I feel like group playing makes it so much more enjoyable. I mean, same with like tournaments and other stuff, but I pretty much only exclusively play online games. Occasionally, if it's really a sick single player, I'll play it, but I'm more into like the competitive element of games. I feel like I'm just naturally a very competitive person. Alright, where in the world do we want to go? Blasphemy, says Ali. I agree. Can we go to Circuit of the Americas? Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that's in Texas. Circuit of the Americas? Or is it Mexico? I know it's one of the two. Is it Central America? I know it's like a southern area. Tell you what, I'm going to look it up on maps so I can find it in 2 seconds. The Hitmaker. You know it, Portal. I kind of want that to be like my thing, by the way, what I'm known for. Other than being the drone guy, I kind of want to be like the guy who makes music for people's channels. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know for a fact there's people out there that can probably do it a lot better than I can. How they work AI, how they write their lyrics, how they kind of craft the whole song, how they prompt the tempo, how they prompt the voice, how they prompt the background melodies, everything, every aspect of songwriting. But I'm having so much fun doing it. I mean, it's honestly exciting for me when people say they want a song for their channel. Like, I so gladly will add anyone to my list of making songs. And it's fun working through the process, kind of trying to get creative and think about how to personally craft each song to their channel. That's really where it gets fun for me. But anyway, distracting myself. Circuit of the Americas. Man, I'm like Grover, a little ADHD over here. And that was also, for any of you that don't know him, that was not to insult him. I love Grovers. He is the coolest guy ever. Old Man Grove. Watching how he chirps you, Beecham, and Saragon, man, I feel like I'm like back at college with the boys, you know? Seriously. You guys, the chirping between you guys is next to none hilarious. It kills me every single time. Alright, just south of Austin. Apologies for this delay here. I am just like a space cadet. And Austin is, I see. I think we got it. This looks more like an airport. How did I just lose Austin? Oh, that's Austin International. Alright. San Antonio. Let me do this again. North of it. I got faith in myself. So Austin must be that. Then you go south of Austin. And you'd think this thing would be labeled. Alright, hold on. We're going back to Austin just to make sure we don't miss it. Zooming in on map. It's just south of the airport. I see it now. Is it Saddle Ranch? Is that what they're calling it? Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Let me check chat, see if you gave me any advice. It's right by the airport in Austin. Alright, I got the airport. Let's just take this one more step here. Go south of it. How far do we want to go south? To a town called Elroy, it's just north of. I don't see Elroy. Maybe if I zoom in. This has to be it, I'd assume. Yeah. Man, that was tricky. Sorry about that. Usually I'm a whiz about finding things pretty fast, but that was a tough one. I feel like because everything looks so similar in Texas, it's hard to really differentiate. It's just like, let me zoom out. See what I mean? Oh, that's tricky. Alright, so there's departure. It's daytime. We are good. Just make sure I didn't miss any of your chats. Hey, one big hit. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And Ali runs some cool tours of Ireland. I feel like we've done that before. A lot of stone walls, a lot of grass, some cool hills, some cool cliffs. No, even the towns, like, the architecture's sick. Easy there, Portal. He's a cool guy. I love Grovers. Easy there. Just see some Saddle Ranch. Yeah. Country tour. You're almost on it. Your car used to be on Google Maps there, Rusty? What? That's wild. I am so sorry that took me a second there. Alright, now we're here and we can finally enjoy this place. Circuit of the Americas. You worked here? No way, man. I feel like we talked about that. I mix up so many of you guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I definitely remember us chatting about all of this, Rusty. Now you're in Idaho, you used to work at the track. Alright, let's just go all the way around. No, Portal, I know what you meant. I was just giving you crap. I apologize about how I worded that. If I made it seem like you were being a dick. Nah. I totally know what you meant. He is a young soul, though, right? Seriously. He's a young soul in an old man's body. Yeah, I just love giving you crap, Portal. It's too much fun, man. What time is it right now? 2:44? I assume you're still at your work day right now? What time we hopping on, man? Time's actually, I don't even know if we're gonna be able to do karting tonight, to be honest. Maybe late night owl runs, but yeah, we're gonna have a lot of streams that we're hopping between. Especially if Beach manages to get online too. We got Rusty and Philness later. 6:44 for you, Ali. That makes sense. So this time of year, is it dark? 6:44 for you? I feel like I'm trying to imagine 6:44 like in Worcester. I feel like, yeah, it'd probably be, yeah, probably pretty dark by then, this time of year. Getting lighter by the month. Look at that Texas Star. I think it's beautiful. Beautiful track. Sponsored by Rolex. No, not dark yet. Gotcha. That's what you wrote? I wouldn't even say it unless Ed gave me the confidence to realize that YouTube doesn't care. Hey, Rusty, you painted that star. Well done, man. A paint job that lasted a lifetime. Pure class. Pure class, man. That must have taken hours, by the way. I'm sure that was not... I mean, fun job, because it's like what you're physically doing. But I hope you did it in the time of the year that wasn't brutal. My God, man. The paint must just peel at a track like this, how hot it gets down here. Yeah, I gave you full permission. That's so funny. Yeah, that makes sense. I remember you telling me about all the different equipment that you guys... I know this wasn't the case for you because you just love the sport that much. I personally wonder sometimes, like, if I ever got involved in working for a race team, working for a racetrack, in whatever capacity, working for the league, whatever it is, I wonder if it don't, like anything, it would just become work and I'd start to lose the passion. You know what I mean? Versus right now, I'm so deep into F1 and GT7. And I don't mean F1, like F1 the game, yeah, I play that too, don't get me wrong, but I mean F1 like as a sport. Also, I'm seeing poor on my network on my laptop right now, so just let me know if anything's cutting out, guys. And I'll see if I can mess around with any settings. Because this has been happening to me all day. I don't know what's going on. And that's great to know, Rusty. I feel like, hey, for some people, the passion's just always there. You're just so intensely, passionate, same word, as about a sport, about a craft, about a hobby, whatever it be, that you just know when you found it. Gremlins, Allie. The Gremlins. We're all gremlins, Allie. Yo, Rusty owns all the stars, bro. All the stars. I heard he's got copyright on it. Gets 5 cents every time they pan across it on TV. It all adds up, man. All adds up. I understood like half the words you said there, but that sounds pretty sweet. Let me read it again. Hold on. You were stoked to drive a sweeper or a Merc with Nico in the passenger. Oh, that's sick. That must have been insane. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, that's crazy. When I first read that on screen, I was like, what is he saying? Because I thought I didn't refer to it as Nico as a person. Turn 12. If it turns into a job, it isn't your passion or you're doing it wrong. Yeah, no, seriously, man. Seriously, that's spot on. Because either you have the wrong attitude, it's not your passion, or, yeah, maybe you're just not passionate, I guess, enough about said thing that it's really for you. That's so true, man. That's so true, Beach. Well said. If it ever feels like it's work, and some things just like are, you know what I mean? But like if it ever feels like it's hard work, ultimately it's not the passion, not the hobby, not the entertainment thing for that person. Couldn't be more well said. Quite the poorly rendered parking lot over here. Are those just, I assume those are just all RVs. Or at least they're supposed to be. I'd imagine Texas is a big RV town. I mean, that whole NASCAR belt, I feel like they're RV town. You know, it's tailgating town. Yeah, I mean, yeah. When you word it like that, Rusty, how can it be work, man? And just the energy that's there, too. I mean, that must have been electric. Hey, Allie, really appreciate you stopping in, as always. Take care, you legend. Hope the rest of your night's chill in Ireland. Enjoy your potato dinner. Always teasing. Always teasing. But seriously, take care, Ali. Always appreciate you stopping in. You're the best. Seriously. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Alright, where to next, gang? Where to next? Let's see. Let's end this flight. If anyone has any wrecks they want to see, I mean, should we tail beach them? He said he's where? West of OKC? Not gonna lie. Seems like a boring flight, not gonna lie. It's probably pretty flat, if I'm guessing. Let me know if you can confirm or deny beach. If it's flat, I'm not doing it. If there's anything exciting about where you are, I'll definitely check it out, though. In the meantime, I see Portal says Argentina. Oh, yeah, I should have said that stereotype, Ali, that it's probably raining there. Yeah. There's a couple of stereotypes I missed. Alright, Argentina, where are we thinking? Like the whole Patagonia? Let's see what the best places to fly in Argentina are. Best spots to fly, Argentina. Best places to fly include the vibrant capital of Buenos Aires, dramatic glaciers of El Calafate, probably butchering that pronunciation, wine region of Mendoza, everyone loves some good Mendoza, and stunning the lakes of Bariloche. No idea if I'm saying that right. Let's go to maps. I'll zoom out. Argentina. I mean, I feel like I have to go see that all the way at the end. Tierra del Fuego. Let's do it. Nueva. Yeah, alright, there it is. So is that Strait of Magellan? Yeah, that's gotta be it. Alright, yeah, Tierra del Fuego's right here. Alright, cool, let's do it. I've always wanted to see this in real life, so this is actually gonna be sick. I'm excited. Nothing. Oh, there's gonna be some excitement. We'll find something. I feel like there's national parks down here. I probably should have hopped in a plane because it's gonna take me a while to navigate it, which is a problem. Are you kidding me, guys? The history here. This is. I am pretty positive this is the Strait of Magellan. I could be misremembering where it is, but as the story goes, all right. So this is Tierra del Fuego. And I'm pretty sure it's Magellan that named it. That's why it's named like in Spanish. But as the story goes, as they were exploring the world and they were rounding the tip of South America, they saw Aborigines, which they at the time didn't know were the native people, but they saw. That's why the name is super ironic. Think about it. It's the coldest tip of South America. It's the most southern you can go, and yet it's quite literally the name translates to Land of Fire, Tierra del Fuego. So it's kind of like, why is it named that? Well, Magellan and his whole crew, as they were traveling, which right here, Strait of Magellan, which is kind of funny because it doesn't really cut off much of the country. Like, it's very little that they really cut off time-wise. But I'm sure traveling by boat, any amount that you can shave off makes a difference. But anyway, sorry, long story short, they were traveling by, and on the coastline they saw the native people, the Aborigines, but because they were like behind them technologically, it wasn't like seeing a city, so all they saw were was fire along the coastline, and so hence the name Land of Fire. Yeah, oh man, sorry, I was reading chat. Love history, seriously. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that's ever going to be reading up on history, you know? Like, I used to love reading, to be honest with you, but I feel like as I've gotten older, I've kind of shied away from it, even though, I mean, it is satisfying to read a book. Never going to knock that. It's just not my thing that I gravitate towards. But if I can watch, like, a good documentary or even just someone else telling me about history, I love that kind of stuff, man. I love finding out, like, why things are the way they are, why they're named that way, how they come to be, any kind of fun facts when it comes to history. I mean, even science, too. I love that kind of stuff. But I would never call myself, like, a history science guy. But, yeah, I mean, I got some fun facts up my sleeve. Yeah, there really isn't much here, to be honest. You guys are totally right. I thought it was going to be more national parky, like Patagonia. But I guess maybe that's a little north of where I am. Southernmost point accessible by road in South America. Interesting. Huh. That's very interesting. Maybe this is the national park that I was looking for. Yeah. Anytime you see the snow caps, you can assume those are just mountains. Yeah, this is probably more Patagonia region. Portal, anywhere specific you want me to go? Like, do you want me to check out, like, a city? Find, oh, this looks pretty sick. Maybe this is all Patagonia. I gotta read up on Argentina. Fascinating country that I don't know a lot about, but hey, bucket list to travel to one day. It's just a far, far trek. I could be totally making this up. I feel like it's like at least 15 to 20 something hours to get there. Alright, where's Buenos Aires? Nope. I probably got, oh, there it is. Cool, cool. My brother and my dad were fortunate enough to get invited to a hunting trip down here where they stayed on this crazy ranch outside Buenos Aires, and I think it was like, I forget the name of the bird that overpopulates the country and decimates their crop, but you can legally kill like an absurd limit down there because it's so needed for the farming of the country. So it's a popular bird hunting destination in certain ranches throughout country. But I was so jealous. I don't think I was old enough to go do it when they went and did it. But I remember being so jealous of them when they told me about it. Alright, what are we thinking? Maybe just a cub crafter? I mean, I like all the instruments, though. Playing around with instruments is fun, but yeah, let's just get flying. Alright, start flight. BHM, take care. Apologies if I didn't even... Oh, you said alley. I thought that said all. My bad. I was reading your chat before. I thought you said hi, bye, all. Alright, let's get it. Let's go explore some Buenos Aires. I don't even know how a thick accent would say Buenos Aires. I'll keep it in this view just so it's a little more enjoyable for the tour. Even though I can't really give you guys a tour, to be honest. I don't know anything about here. Looks like a beautiful place, though. Also, that is the most interesting... I gotta circle back to that. We'll end up landing here just for fun, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I don't understand this airport location. They're usually most exclusively along the coast, don't get me wrong. That's a very popular airport location because it's like you don't want to put it inland slightly above different architecture throughout your city, so it wants to be the first thing you hit when you're coming from the ocean. That's usually where the traffic patterns fly. Not to say that some traffic patterns aren't going to come from inland. Majority of them are going to end up floating in from the sea, especially on your final approach. But I just don't understand this airport location. This seems super weird to me. It's super close to your city. I mean, yeah, I guess it's not too bad. It's just weird. I don't know. Especially that it's a single airstrip, too. There's not much going on for what they created. Rub your eyes, follow your heart, chase that apex, catch that gold. Oh man, Portal, when I write those songs, man, I can't even tell you how hard I laugh at some of the lines that like I come up with. Because half of them feel like the cheesiest things ever to write, but it's like genuinely, I mean, it's not like real songwriting where like you're coming up with, like I can't even really give you a full example what I mean by this, but like take like a true song, like something that's not just like a rap rhythmic. You know what I mean? Like Dave Matthews, any band really. Like, sure, there's rhythm, there's beat, but like it's not following a rap metric that just repeats itself. That you could pretty much toss like a metronome to. But with rap, on the other hand, when it comes to writing lyrics that rhyme, I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world. Because you're really only looking for one key word. The filler words can be anything as long as they have the right amount of syllables. But yeah, man, I laughed so hard coming up with some of that stuff. So every time I read your messages when you're saying those, it cracks me up. And hey, Rusty, man, do your thing, bro. Hope you feel better, by the way. Hope you feel better, man. That also reminds me, Portal, can you check out Hot Rawhide's page real quick? Rusty was saying when he came in that he put up a post about his Hot Rod the pizza man. He's always serving up slices, serving up pies to everyone he passes. Yeah, I hope it's nothing serious. Let's see if I can find it actually as we're chatting. YouTube. Oh man, I've heard of that guy. Harry Mack. That's so funny. Who knows, man? It might be. It might be. I'd say I look a little younger than Harry Mack. But dude, the vibes are there. At least I think they are. I don't entirely know who he is. I know who you're talking about. I can picture him. Yeah, take your time, Portal. Take your time, bro. I was just curious. I just wanted to make sure he was alright. There's nothing too serious. We just gotta check in on the homies, you know? ADHD at the wazoo here. I just had to think about where I was even flying for a sec. I was like, yo, what country am I in? For a second, I thought I was in Florida. Not gonna lie. Kinda looks like it, but you can see some slight differences. Looks a little more tropical, I guess. Maybe not really. And then the buildings, too. Florida's a little more try-hard. I mean, I don't want to call it that, but you know what I mean. A little bougier, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna try and land here, and then we're gonna find somewhere else to go chill fly at. So let me switch it to my proper view. See if I was really flying this. Slowly bring our airspeed down. I'm pretty sure, yeah, alright. The wheels don't retract, so no problem there. We're gonna begin our final turn. Flaps up. 16%, 16 degrees should do. Watch our airspeed. We don't want to stall on the turn. Keep the throttle a little higher. Also, I'm in a steep turn. That's probably way too aggressive. Alright, let's kick it back even more. Get those flaps up. So I am on console right now, Fizzy. I am on PS5. And unfortunately, like, if I was playing this by myself right now, I'd be on my other desktop monitor, which I can go HDR, and I'd have this full 4K, everything. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me just really focus. Reduce airspeed. Flaps full. Let's bring her down. Those down. So apologies if there's any, like... Wow, I'm really keeping her stable. This thing is nice. Alright, let's touch in a second. Keep that nose up. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's brake it. Come to a full stop. Perfect. Alright, so as I was explaining, sorry about that. Welcome in, by the way. Nice to meet you, bro. If I haven't seen you before, I may have. Apologies, I'm pretty bad with names sometimes. But yeah, man, I'm on PS5 console, and right now on my stream, like, you might be seeing it great, I don't know, but I had to kind of reduce the latency and the resolution for my PS5 too, just because I was having some struggles with connection earlier. But yeah, typically, I mean, this game is like full HDR, like pretty much 4K, 5K, you know, it looks sick in terms of my perspective. But yeah, man, it's a sick game. Highly encourage everyone getting it if you're ever looking for some chill aviation. It is a big learning curve in terms of, like, they don't give you instructions and how to operate the planes, but if you look up some correct YouTube things, and I'd be more than happy to walk anyone through it if you want me to find you videos, there are ways of making the game more arcadey so that you don't have to fly it like I am, like a real plane. But I mean, seriously, to learn how to fly, even like go through the flight training in this, do you recommend on PS5? Yeah, so it's now officially available on PS5, which I just like the PS5 better. I find it's just better overall connection and quality, versus I had it on my Xbox One, is it? I think it's an Xbox One, which I played it on there for like maybe a year or two, and I'm super far in my career mode in that. So I was kind of bummed to get in this game and not have my career mode, but yeah, on PS5, I do find the connection a little better, a little smoother. I mean, even just, like, look at the map, man. I don't know if it's coming at you from this view on my end. Like, I might even be behind on stream, so sorry if I am. Nope, there we are. But the map quality, even, like, searching for all the places, going to fly at your house, going to cruise around the world. It's so much fun. And I'll quickly show you this, too, before I hop into another flight. Activities. Yo, Nikki, what's going on? How you doing, man? How's the day treating you? Yeah, you can gladly get a window seat. We'll reserve it. We'll find a plane next place I go that can fit the whole crew. I got you guys. I usually stick to the planes I know, which, I mean, if I'm being honest, is like Cessna, Textron, maybe the what's the jet I like? Oh, man, it's something Citation. I can't remember it. Anyway, Cessna, no. What is it? I can't remember it. But anyway, there's like 3 planes that I'm pretty comfortable with in this game. Everything else I can get in and operate, but like it's really tricky. I mean, the planes act like they would in real life. Especially like the jumbo jets, anything that's commercial. My God, man. Same with the real jets. They're just so fast and so light. But anyway, sorry, distracting myself here. Gladly will check out Dubai. You're gonna love it when I get there. Yeah, so you get I'll walk you through everything pretty much right now, Fizzy. You can get some liveries and stuff. That's cool if you're into it and like you want different liveries for your plane, different paint colors and all that. The real thing for me is in the standard version how you get the access to many more planes. And with every version you get a couple more. But you can even buy them, like, here, let me show you real quick. So, welcome in, man. Apologies, not trying to ignore anyone. I just want to quickly kind of give Fizzy the rundown here. So you can go in a full catalog in your marketplace and buy more planes. They offer you all the world updates for free to make things like HD graphics, better rendering in cities, stuff like that. So you can buy different aircrafts. You can literally go and buy, like, people mod out different airports if they want it full HD. Oh, I didn't mean to go there. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of, like, community mods, too, you can buy that people make some crazy stuff. It's actually pretty nuts. Like, you can get, like, naval carriers to go land on, like real-world ones where they would be. You can get different activities, some that come with the game. So I'll show you what I have already. Like, here's the newest ones, the Stranger Things activity. It was kind of cool. I mean, if you're a Stranger Things fan, I'm sure it's super cool. I thought it was all right. But, yeah, you pretty much are flying around Hawkins. You go into the Upside Down. You're helping out the crew. Red Bull air races are so much fun. There's also, like, a challenge league, which, before I show you what I wanted to show you, I'll walk you through this. This is essentially your, like, I don't want to say online multiplayer because you can go in open world lobbies and fly with anyone, but this is where you come for, like, your ranked play, so to speak. Every week these change, and you're just trying to set up the best score depending on what the challenge is, and they get ranked in different ways. But you're trying to essentially climb the ladder and become the best pilot within the leaderboards. On my other account, I'm super into it, but with this one, not really as much. Also, I really hope my fire alarm's not about to go off, because I smell what I can only imagine, burnt toast. And usually if I'm sitting in my apartment and I can smell it, that means it's about to go off. So I really hope that's not the case. Anyway, back to what I was saying. For which part, Fizzy, do I need to pay real money? The stuff in the marketplace? Like the world updates, no. Certain aircrafts, yes. But, I mean, it depends what it is. Some things are free, some things aren't. But what I was going to mainly tell you about, and this is the coolest part of the game if you ask me. So, if you go into, yeah, I am having a stroke, Beecham, literally. I, like, can't keep my brain to just concentrate on what I'm trying to explain sometimes. With that, reading chat and playing a game, my God, man, ADHD is just out the wazoo, bro. Make fun of me all you want, too. I make fun of myself. But with the flight training, going back to that, this is the coolest part of the game by far. So if you were to ever go to, like, a flight academy or, like, a real-world, like, flight school, for the simulators that you'd hop on for those actual things, this is literally the game that they would queue up, and they would bring you in here, and you'd go through this entire thing. So that's the coolest part by far, is how practical this is for actually learning aircrafts. So you got your basic handling, you know, this is all the different things that you're going to go through there. I'll just show you them all real quick. Takeoff and landing, pre-flight, taxiing, takeoffs, yoke management, throttle management, your first solo flight. Yeah, burnt toast or burnt blunt, who knows, man. Jeez, maybe I'm a little too stony. Maybe that's what's going on. Departure, dead reckoning, landmark navigation, arrival for solo navigation. This one's actually super hard, doing VFR navigation. And same with the IFR. I felt like those were kind of tricky to learn, just because you're suddenly learning much more about the instrumentation than actually operating the aircraft. It's more about how to navigate, which, I mean, it's super practical. That's really the most important part of it, other than takeoff landing. Helicopters, that's a ball game of its own. This is bush pilots, no different. I mean, the only thing different here is water takeoff landings. But, I mean, for the most part, they're just, like, much more agile aircraft. F-18's a weird one because, once again, super fast, super light. So it's a lot of fun, but they're hard to maneuver. And introduction to airliners. My God, these things are beasts. So heavy. All that being said, let's go back to a free flight. Slow, nice, man. You got a new TV today? Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. That's always pretty sick when you can upgrade the setup, right? If anyone has anywhere they want me to fly, by the way, let me know. Oh, actually, I know where I'm going. My sister's traveling to Alaska right now. Let's go to... I mean, I don't know where she's landing. I'd almost positively say it's probably like Anchorage or Juneau. Or is it Juneau? I don't know what it's called. Let's just go to Anchorage. Check that out. Yeah, I probably want something a little faster. Where's the Cessna? Actually, Textron. Textron will get the job done. Definitely will. Lag Vegas. Yeah, liveries, I'm sorry, let me go back real quick. I'll show you that. It's actually right here. So when I'm selecting this, I can configure a lot of different aspects of my plane. So you have, oh, this isn't a good example. Let me choose something else. So look, I can choose variants on like the different seating patterns, because literally from cockpit view, like you can look around. You can actually have, I think they were going to eventually add it. I don't know if they did, but they were going to make co-pilot capabilities. So it's like I could hop in somebody else's plane from my game, which is kind of cool. I don't know if they ever configured it. But here are the liveries you get standard. Every plane usually has a couple. And then you can also buy ones, and I don't know how people create them in the community, but clearly there's a way. Fuel and payload, depending on your trip, you know, what you're doing, you might actually want to manage your fuel, you know, make your plane lighter, or maybe you want to fill your tank if you're going for a full trip. This is just your tail numbers, call sign, all that, so how you're identified in the sky, both by other players and how ATC is going to refer to you. The commercial one? What, like the commercial aircraft? I got you. I assume that's what you mean. Like a Boeing 747? I mean, the Boeing Max is probably going to have more. Oh, look at that. I could go Freightliner or passenger. That's kind of cool. Let's see the liveries. Yeah, I mean, not many free ones on the 747-8. Korean has passenger blue and then just passenger. I'm sure you can buy a bunch, like I said before. There's so many liveries in the marketplace. Like it's, we can take off in one. I just don't want anything too large, because this might crash my game. That tends to happen with people. Like when you hop in the Beluga when they first dropped it, for whatever reason, it would just crash people's game. I don't know why. So I'm almost hesitant to try the commercial planes right now, just since I'm live. And plus, I'm just not that great at flying them. If I went into the challenge and never crashes it, it's really only in free flight that, like, queuing it up at the airport seems to be the issue. I don't know why. Like, if I queued it up anywhere else, like flying in the world, I'd be fine. But starting from the ground in them, in the Beluga, seems to be a problem for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Oh, I just gotta choose a plane. Sorry, guys. We're gonna use this. No, I mean, not really. It's just more checking it out every once in a while, seeing what's free. I really don't pay for stuff in the marketplace now that I bought the more advanced version off the bat. Or maybe I did get standard, I don't really remember. But yeah, for me, Let's do that. Looks like daytime, we're good. I never really buy things. I just buy anything in the marketplace. I pretty much only get the free world updates, and maybe occasionally if there's like a free plane. But the free planes are more rare. So grinding more applies to career mode. And yeah, in career mode, Fizzy, you like start an airline, not an airline company. It's not like you're like a commercial airliner. But you start a private company where you get all these missions, and you get to choose where in the globe you want to go start your company. And for each different tier of specialization that you unlock for your company, you can pay, depending on how much money you earn per mission, to get different aircrafts, new specializations, new licenses, all that kind of stuff. But it's like in-game credits that you have to spend and work your way up to. So that's actually a lot of fun doing that. And so different specializations include anything from like, I don't know, you might learn the advertisement planes, you know, in terms of going by the beach, picking up the advertisement flag off of the airport, then going over and doing that. You might be a plane that's taking people skydiving. You have to learn how to do that traffic pattern, how to kind of hold your altitude, hold your speed for when they want to do the jump, and how that procedure works. You also need a plane that can go high enough. There's the farming planes, you know. There's ones that you're doing the spray things over farms. There's the firefighter planes if you want to go scoop water over the ocean, fight some fires in Cali. Same with firefighter helicopters, I think. I don't know if I've used it, but I feel like it exists. What else? I mean, it's pretty much any aviation thing that exists in real life you can do in the career mode. Oh, search and rescue is my favorite, by far. Because it's usually like out in the outback, out in the middle of woods. You're looking for like a single car that's stranded in this giant, huge square mile radius. And they give you very little information to go by. And depending on if it's a like Cubcraft airplane or say like a helicopter or something like that, you have to figure out how to land by them, scoop them, and then take them back to the airport. But sometimes like you almost run out of time before you can even find them. You have to turn around, go get more fuel, and then try again. Because it's usually a very large square radius that they give you. Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, that I've just been chatting. I'll go to Dubai for you. I know that's a fun one. And yeah, no complaints, Slow. Just chilling. My girlfriend had some food poisoning yesterday, which wasn't a pretty sight, but she made it through to the other side, no pun intended. And yeah, man, doing better now. I'm finally chilling. Got back on my live. So yeah, everything's working now. No complaints, man. Gonna do some grinding at Lago, Daily B later. Got some cool streams I'm gonna be hopping in. Should be a fun evening. Alright, since I'm flying Dubai, I'll hop in an F-18. Let's see. I've done both, and I feel like daytime flights are better here. Yeah, definitely are. There's usually occasionally some free liveries. I think at least. I don't scoop a ton of them from the marketplace. I don't want to misspeak there. But yeah, every now and again you see tons of free stuff in the marketplace. The most common though is world updates. When they suddenly will re-render areas to make them more like pleasing, I guess, on the quality of graphics. So let's take that off. Where is... I think I see it. What is it called over there? The, like the Burj Khalifa or something like that? B-U-R-J, I think. I know, it's something in that realm. Tallest building in the world. And man, the idea of man-made islands is so trippy. I mean, just think about how much money your local government has to be like, yeah, let's build some man-made islands. And not only just, I mean, Manhattan did that. It's a big deal. Look, you know, I shouldn't say built man-made islands. They extended. But take it a step further, they're like, oh, let's build it in the shape of some palm trees. Insane, man. Insane. Like, this one doesn't look like anything. But I know a bunch of them do. I'm sure we have to fly down the coast a little further. Yeah, Fizzy, I highly recommend it. I do. I mean, if you love flying and if you love aviation, you're going to have a lot of fun. It can be frustrating, so I want to warn you, maybe look into some videos of people setting up their game, make sure it's kind of up your alley. But like, especially if you get a flight stick for it, man, it's so sick. It makes the flying experience so real in terms of, you know, tipping your aircraft, up, down, left, right, throttle control. I got flap control. I can put the afterburners on. I know I can talk to ATC over here. I can tune Dubai approach, look for a nearest airport. You know, depending on where I am, who I can talk to communication-wise. There's a million different cool, realistic settings, but it can be a little intimidating at first, just because they give you very little setup instructions. It's kind of like a true sim in that sense. Let's see how close I can get to this thing. I'm gonna look up so you guys have a better view. This isn't where the guy, I think it was Alex Albin, climbed that tower. No way it was this. I feel like it was something in like the UK or something. Do you guys know that guy? The guy who made the Free Solo documentary, Alex Albin? I feel like it was like a month ago he did this live Netflix thing where he climbed some building. I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I feel like it was in an Asian country. I feel like it was either China or it was like Thailand or something. Yeah, that was a bad stall. Man. Oh, I love cockpit view. It's my favorite view, man. Yeah, Tapai. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of that, but yeah, Tapai 1. I remember tuning into that. That was sick. That guy's a nut, man. You know what I love? Check this out if you guys haven't seen it. I gotta look up the... Hold on. Let me full throttle and just go in a straight line here, so I don't crash. I gotta figure out the name of this. It's one of Alex Albin's videos. Well, it's not his channel, but hold on. This is one of the craziest videos ever. Climbs with... who is it? Oh my god, why do I call him Alex Albin? Alex Honnold. Wow, I'm so dumb. I'm thinking F1 in my head. Alex Honnold. I feel like it's like a Swiss guy or something, or like a Finnish guy. What is his name? I don't even care that I'm crashing, just because I'm so... There it is. Alright. You guys gotta look this up. The name of the video is... Here, I'll just link it in here for you guys. Don't mind that. Share. Copy. This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Well, multiple. There's another documentary that's just as crazy I saw, in addition to Free Solo. And the name of that one was, I forget what it was, but it was about Marc-Andre Fleury, this like Canadian guy. And my god, man, he was fearless. Yeah, Beecham, that's the guy. That's the one I just tossed the link for. So it's the first climbing session he does with Alex outside Vegas. And I feel like the way I explain this video is it's not the most impressive climbing video. To be honest, it really isn't at all in terms of what they do. Alex has done way crazier stuff free solo. But the reason it's crazy is he takes Magnus, a guy who doesn't free solo, to his first ever free solo. And it's just the appreciation and how like intense you feel experiencing it through his like fear. It's nuts. It's an amazing episode. I genuinely was shitting my pants watching the episode for him, man. Like, you feel every ounce of fear as they're going through the entire climb. Versus sometimes even with the more impressive ones, you don't always kind of get that sense, you know? Alright, let's go. Sudan for the pyramids? I didn't realize there were pyramids in Sudan. Let's check it out. Yeah, Dawn Wall's nuts, man. That's another crazy one. I know I've seen the Dawn Wall. Because that name sounds super familiar to me. Is that the Marc-Andre Fleury one? I gotta look this up. Sorry that I'm not playing as we're chatting, guys. Marc-Andre Fleury documentary. So this guy is debatably more impressive than Alex, by the way. Like, this dude genuinely has no fear. I mean, not that Alex doesn't, but like he's more like Marc-Andre Fleury goes and does everything. So he'll do like the ice climbing, free soloing. He'll do just insane stuff. It's hard to really say as a non-climbing guy how it's different, I guess, the two. And also, his name is not Marc-Andre Fleury. That's the name of the hockey player. Marc-Andre Leclerc, that's what it is. It's called The Alpinist. That's the name of the Marc-Andre Leclerc one. Yeah, Tommy Caldwell, Kevin Horgenson. Yep, I've heard of that one for sure. I feel like I've seen it. Because those names completely ring a bell. Alright, you said under Egypt. Let me just type this in the map real quick. Sorry that I'm like a human brain delay with doing anything, guys. Sudan pyramids. Let's see where the map tells me to go. Maps. Oh, these are sick. Alright, so I just kind of follow the river. Looks like there's a bunch of them I can choose from, but we're gonna go here. Yeah, that's the Alpinist. Super sad because he dies at the end of it climbing... What is it? I forget the name of the mountain. I feel like it's near like Peru or something in Argentina or somewhere like that. Somewhere in South America, I feel like. But yeah, the Alpinist is insane, man. It's a completely different ball game how he approaches climbing to Alex. All right, I think it's around this bend. Yeah, it's the upper bend right here. Found it. At least I think this is it. Says departure. Yeah, Portal, you gotta see those, man. Add them to the list. I find those things so motivating. I mean, I love nature as it is. I love hiking and doing all that kind of stuff myself. Not on that scale, don't get me wrong, but yeah, man, I just have such an appreciation for people who do that and like commit their passions and their lives to that. Truly, I tip my cap. I wish I was into more of like an extreme sport, which I mean, yeah, racing you could say is, but I don't do it in real life, you know? Same with my whole flying thing. Like, droning's not really an extreme sport. I would say aviation in general is, but I don't have my license for that stuff yet. Someday, man. Someday. I hope I'm at the right area here. I'm also going to make it daytime a little easier to see. Go from there to the capital? Alright. So that's way too bright when I make it full daytime. So the capital is where? Is this the capital? Said all this stuff, I'm assuming. Huh, I'm just gonna try it. We'll find out. I'm gonna write that down, so hold on guys, 2 seconds before I start this. Let me put that in my notes real quick. Because I'm serious about this stuff, man. I love those kind of things. Dan Osman, I haven't heard of that one either. Bears Reach. I was way more into this stuff when I lived out in Colorado, just because it's like everyone is. All my roommates were when I worked for the mountain. I mean, everyone pretty much lives and breathes nature out there, so it's like you're pretty much thinking about it and surrounding yourself with it all the time. And that's where I really watched the majority of all these documentaries, was super into it, and I mean, skiing, snowboarding more so, everything. But yeah, man, I need to get back into it. It's been a while since I've watched a good climbing, nature, whatever documentary, whatever you want to call it. Is it true when you go to every country that the accent depends on the country? Like for the game, the ATC? Is that what you mean? I would assume so, yeah. Which I didn't even really think about that. But yeah, I mean, how you set up your game, the language and the accent of who's speaking to you is going to be totally different. Also, I just assume I'm completely in the wrong area. So in the upper left, if you can see that fizzy, like I can kind of tell you where I'm going, but this is east. There's a compass there, if you have any sense of where it is. Aspen Extreme. It's extreme as it gets, man. We did the Aspen Loop, me and my roommates, once. That was pretty sick. It's a long drive. It's pretty much like as you get west of Denver, it's like the highway goes straight towards like Edwardsville, you know, pretty much you're going, what are they called, I-90, all the way towards you hit like Utah, Silver Springs, all that kind of stuff. But the only way as you get out there, there's like only like 2 ways that you can get towards South Aspen if you're coming from the valley. If you're coming from Denver, there's a bunch of different highways you can take, but they call it the Aspen Loop just because that's pretty much the only way you can go north and south if you live out there. But yeah, I-70 is a trip, man. Some of the things you see out on that highway. Go to Khartoum International Airport. All right, I shall. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, Fizzy. I got you. That's a hospital. This is Monroe. I'm gonna have to look up where this thing is. How do I even spell it? Go to Khartoum. KH. Alright, I see where that is now. Where's the airport? Like, I'll show you a whole, like, departure if you want to see it. If you want to see what the sequence looks like. I just felt like it was boring to show on stream. But if you want to see what it genuinely is, I just skip ahead to the flying. I mean, sometimes I'll take off from an airport, but I usually just pick what runway I want and start there. Let's hop in a Cirrus Vision jet. And let's make it, I guess it doesn't matter, I'll do a nighttime flight. Delete departure, select departure, start. Yeah, I'll show you ATC. I would show you commercial. The only problem is sometimes it bugs out. And I'm just nervous about it since I'm on live. But I'm going to do some testing on it later and I'll show you guys it. Alright, so it starts me outside the plane. I'm just like at the airport. This is a weird airport. Not really much to see, and it's kind of poorly rendered, to be honest. But I mean, that's aside from the point. So I'll leave the tips on just so you can kind of see as you look at everything. This is how you'd go through the checklist of like everything you need to do. And it helps if I had the cursor on, but I don't. Hold on. It's not there. Flight interface. Camera. Huh, whatever. I don't care. Alright. I just have to guess where the cursor is, I guess, since I don't have the white dot cursor on. Nope. I want to move the chocks. Alright, there we go. Remove the chocks. Let's take the pilot cover off. I just gotta like remember all the things I have to do. Flaps are good. Wheels are good. That's good. Engine covers, let's get those off. That's good. Let's move these chocks. Oh, did it move already? Alright, yeah, they're off, I think. Now I just put them back on. Shit. Come on. Give me the cursor. There we go. This is so aggravating not having the cursor on. Stupid chocks. Remove. There we go. Finally. Alright, now I can get in the plane. And now I gotta turn on my aircraft. Get that on. Let everything boot up for a second here. Alright. It's visible. That's all good. Looks like it's booted now. And I'll show you it from cockpit view if you want. So right now, it's a combination of, I mean, you can really use both. You can play this game on controller, except that's way harder. I play it on flight stick, but for something like the pre-checklist, like right now when I'm looking around, you're pretty much exclusively doing that on your controller. So you can button map anything now. So whether it's your controller or whether it's your actual flight stick, you can change how you want everything set up. It's very intense. I don't want to fully walk you through that right now. I mean, I'll just show you the configuration though, even if I'm not going to walk you through it. Here's the button mapping. This is where it gets really complicated. I mean, look, just the radio alone, it's like you have a million different settings that you can go through, you know? Flight control surfaces, you got your control trimming surfaces, what's going to be what, you got your secondary control, you got primary, you got everything, you know? You got lights, instrument systems, autopilot, brakes, power management, landing gear, tools, multiplayer communications, talking ATC, liquid drop systems for the firefighter stuff, cameras, menus, VRs, cockpits, player characters, banner hooks, banner poles for advertisement planes, skydiving systems for those types of planes. Like, and within each one, there's 1,000 different subcategories. And that's what I mean, where it's very, very, very intricate when it comes to the button mapping part too. Like, I've sitting here for hours trying to just even get my flight stick to be the way it is. But for the most part, it comes ready to fly. There's just small things you want to change if you want to get the full experience. No, you can play controller and mouse too. Yeah. Flight stick is not mandatory at all. Not mandatory. It's just that, like, flight stick is a much better experience. It's kind of like, I don't know if you played GT7, if that's how you found our page or not, but it's like playing GT7 on a wheel versus controller. You can still do everything on it. It's just not going to be as smooth, and it's not going to be quite the same fun experience, in my opinion. Alright, so engine's on. Let's get that. Let's turn that down. Yeah, I know. Hold on, guys. I'll talk to ATC, I know. So, like, for talking to ATC, for instance, I had to button map all these different settings, 1, 2, 3, for, like, what I want to tell them I'm doing. Alright, let's get a pushback here. And I want to depart straight out. Let's let them know. No, that's not the right button. Now it's taxi clearance. Hold short, runway 36 using taxi. Alright, got that. Let's take the brake off. Runway 36. It's gonna be over there somewhere. Alright, there we go. Let me turn that off. Now I got this. I see where they want me to go. Alright, hold short. Let's see if I can get clearance.
Cartoon Tower, Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready at runway 36.
I'm just gonna prep moving up a little bit.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, QNH 101 tree straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 36.
Thank you, ATC. We'll acknowledge your takeoff clearance.
Runway 36, X-Ray Golf Sierra.
And where they want us going. Alright, got it. Bailey, what's going on, you legend? We just got clearance from ATC here. And they're going to let us fly. So I'm just going to do a quick turnaround under the runway here. Bro, you're a legend even for stopping in, man. Greatly appreciated. I was just walking our man Fizzy here. Seems like he found me through this game. Through essentially just how this all worked. Alright, that was a horrible break. Let's actually do that correct. Let's get back out here. Pull up a little bit. Make sure ATC still is fine. Yup. They have no problem with me taking off, so we're gonna do it. Flaps. We want that at least 10 degrees. Let's start rolling. Come on. Pick up the airspeed. And we're off. We're lifting. Alright. Landing gear, bringing it up. I think that brought it up. Nope. Yeah, how's the day going for you, Bailey? I am the most distracted streamer you will ever meet, by the way. I distract myself, man. Greatly appreciate you stopping in, seriously, man. Hope the workday is going well, and amped to catch you live if you are later. What's today, Thursday? I can't forget if you're on schedule for tonight. I know Beecham was saying he's going to try and get live later at some point if he can fit it in. Sounds like he has a long drive going for him right now. Alright, we're climbing altitude. 3,200 and climbing. Yep, I'm sorry, ATC, I hear you. I'll acknowledge you. Leaving your airspace, frequency, change approved. Alright, let's see what's going on around here. Oh, wow. Looks pretty cool at night. Yeah, Portal, I'm amped. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, what league race are you doing for tonight? That's not wearer related, right? I just assumed since... No, you're in 2 leagues, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I've heard you mention that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear. Out of camaraderie, I'll fly for 2 hours while you drive for 2 hours, Beecham. I got you, man. Hopefully I got enough fuel. Hairpin, yeah, I've heard you say that before. The Hairpin League. I've definitely heard that mentioned. That's right, Portal. Yeah. Yeah, I can't even speak. Jesus. It's that stroke, Beecham. Having another, man. But, yeah, Ledge should be live tonight, too. Are you playing hooky from class, Portal? Did you film this game night? GR4's at Panorama. Oh, man. Oh, man. Don't even get me going about that place. I made Philness a song about that track. It's actually pretty funny. He always has this saying, it's just like panorama, drama, mama, something. I don't even know. I can't forget it off the top of my head. But I essentially took that saying he always says every time he goes there and turned it into a country song. Thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, Bathurst is something else, man. Just the downhill section. That's the only part that gets me. I even understand like the gearing you're supposed to do throughout and how you're supposed to keep the pace. It's just one of those things I can't execute, even though like visually I know what I'm supposed to do. I joke about it all the time. Can you imagine doing that track in reverse? Turning it to an uphill? Oh man. Yeah, you know it, Portal. Soon enough, man. Soon enough. I mean, I've just been having way too much fun between this and racing. I'm definitely going to be doing it full time. Get the camera all set up. You guys get to see what a stud I am. It's a win-win. Major win-win. You guys are like the ego in this guy. I'm never tuning in. Oh, that's going to be fun. Fuji GR1. So you might think I'm insane because it's GR1, but I'd way rather do that than panorama in any car, to be honest with you. That's just my personal taste for it, and that's probably because of my own frustrations not being able to figure out certain sectors. But I mean, it all just comes with practice, you know. Instead of complaining like a little girl, I should probably just go and grind it out and figure out the downhill. So it's really the only sector that gives me difficulty. Nah, man, I don't even know if I'm, if you're talking to me, that is. Send an invite. I don't even really know what hairpin is. I've heard you mention it, but I know nothing really about it. If it's an open league, I'll definitely check it out, and at the very least watch the lives, or join the Discord. I mean, if it's open to all, I'll definitely join, check it out if you guys need heads. But if it's like competitive, that's, I'll think about it for sure. No different than like the Wera situation, where it's like I'd rather be in at least a B league or something for now for someone like me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm on the cusp of A, I'll get it soon, but I don't know, I'm just not the same pace as you guys when it comes to Saragon, Bailey, Beecham. Maybe I could beat Old Man Grover. I think I have beat him a couple times actually. But I mean, you guys give me the Citroen, that's a different story. Give me a Citroen and a track I now. I'll go toe-to-toe with any of you. But I mean, for the most part, I'm a B driver. I've very firmly accepted that, but it's fine. You know, I have a lot I gotta learn. And then, man, it's coming soon. I'm gonna get there. I'm chasing the dream. I'm gonna get there. And if you're doing the B League, whether it be season 2 or 3, I'm so amped to just join anything that just gets me practicing more, learning all the tracks, different cars, all that stuff. Especially competitive, that's with all the guys that I actually enjoy racing with and watching them race.
Sync rate.
Sync rate. Don't mind my sync rate, just reading chat.
Pull up. Pull up.
So it's a lot of Wera guys, a mix of the ratings down to D. Oh, alright, cool. Cool, it's just like a mixed lobby, that's cool. Sweet, man. Definitely gonna check it out then. 4 different series racers, probably like 80 members. That's cool how it's like, I like that premise when, I mean, granted, sure, you could argue maybe not as fun if you're a committed driver because there's only, what, 16 spots, depending if they're doing only running one grid. Across 80 members, but that being said, it at least makes it so every single driver doesn't have to race every single week. If you're running, I mean, 80 members, I'm sure you probably have 2-3 grids going at any given time. You are a legend for that, Bailey. Bro, you're just the man with the plan. I feel like I don't know how you discover, create, find all these crazy cool leagues, man. Seriously, you're hooking us all up with all the fun. Also, guys, if you haven't, because I know you all have heard of Wera, I mean, if you haven't, you have to check it out. I am the biggest advocate of people going and checking out and watching this thing. Such intense racing. The caliber of racing is next to none in terms of leagues that I've found online. But, I mean, it's a mix of factors in terms of what makes it so special, watching the racing. But seriously, guys, you gotta check it out if you haven't heard of it. And for all of you that have heard of it, please toss my man Beecham a big congrats. He just got the call up, whether it was this week or the other night, but I just heard about it. Seriously, it is, what an honor it's gotta be. Or was it Beecham and LG, I think? Or one or the other? I forget who it was exactly. But he tossed this guy a congrats, man. I know he's in Wera now. Huge legend, well-deserved. How hard this guy's been grinding out his A chase. And I mean, we all knew he was an A driver before, but man, that DR gain recently, man. you hopped on a. Most people when they're chasing A, it's like, all right, I'm on it. Like right now, look at me, I'm in a plane. You could say I'm going fast, you know, I'm increasing my elevation, steady rate. That's how I'm doing it. Beecham, man, you hopped on a rocket ship to the moon, man. That was nuts to watch, seriously. Because I feel like it happened in like 2-3 weeks. It was that quick. Maybe even less from your perspective, man. Yeah, let me know about LG, man. I really hope that guy can get there. I know he's an A driver. I don't know how much I've raced with LG, but love the guy. Makes some of the sickest liveries in the game. I feel like I've raced with him a couple times, but I don't know. I got spotty memory when it comes to that stuff. 3 days, 13,000 DR. Guys. That doesn't deserve a round of applause. I don't know what the fuck does. My God. I know you all were peeking at that graph he tossed on Discord. Just being like, how the hell? Also, sorry YouTube if I'm cussing. I kind of forget how I talk sometimes. I'm usually pretty mild-mannered. But we like to keep things family-friendly around here. Inclusive to all. Also, this has to be so boring for you guys to watch. Let me go to Vegas and do something more exciting. Love the conversations, though. That's why we're here, right? Just a good chill hangout. Talk some GT7, talk some flying, aviation. For all the combos. Check out Viva Las Vegas. See what Bobby Vegas is up to. Viva Las Vegas. I'm going back next month. I am so amped. I'm going for the Frozen 4. It's going to be a time. If you don't know what that is, it's the hockey tournament. It's like the national championship. But yeah, I'm going with my girlfriend's family, and yeah, it should be a sick time. It's like our 3rd time going out to Vegas. Every time just gets more and more fun. Kind of learn how to do it better every time, too. Because, I mean, first time it was just a free-for-all. My God, figuring it out, everything. Plus, you're just so excited by everything. Alright, there's the strip. Let's start down here. Yeah. Vegas, baby. The city of sin and where you never win. You never come out, how you go in. Viva Las Vegas. You know what they say? What happens in Vegas, it stays. I love that line in The Hangover. Who is it, like Alan's dad or something at the beginning? He says that. It's like, oh, except for herpes, that shit will come back with you. Oh man, what a funny ass movie. That was dropped a long time ago. Now I'm thinking about it. That has to be at least like what, 10, 15 years old. The first Hangover. Oh, don't get me started, Bailey. I'm not like an addict. I'm not doing it all the time. I'll go months sometimes without doing any bets. But yeah, man, I love, especially now in the States, how it's all online gambling legal, since that's been legal in the last couple of years. I do a lot of sports betting, especially on games I watch. Mainly hockey, occasionally if I'm watching it, basketball. Not as much EPL soccer. I don't really like betting on that, but I love watching it. I wonder, actually, F1. I've never really looked into gambling in that capacity, or even like what the stakes look like. But yeah, I mean, every time I'm in Vegas, huge gambler. I love hitting the tables. Slots are my girlfriend's thing, but there's a couple games I actually love doing slot-wise. safe, you know, like, be careful about it. But I always go into my Vegas trips with, I mean, I'm not like trying to flex or anything. It's just the reality of what everything costs out there. I'm sure you guys know this. I go in with a couple grand out in cash ahead of time. Where, I mean, I usually don't take out too much. I'll take out like 3, 4 max just for the entire trip we're there. And I say to myself, I'm not going to touch an ATM once. So that covers gambling. That covers buying tickets if I want to go to a Vegas game. If we want to go see Cirque du Soleil or like the Absinthe show. If we want to go get experiences. You know, my girlfriend wants to spend a day at the spa, you know, go get a massage, do a facial, all that girly stuff. Go to all the shops and Caesars or the different places, walking around, the bougie dinners we're going to do. I mean, it all adds up. It does. Even the experiences can be a couple $100 sometimes. So, I mean, especially if you're there for like a week or 5 days, 4 days is usually what we like. You do parlays during football season, but you love black. Nice. Yeah, that you bring up a good point. That's the only one I didn't list. I'd say football is probably my biggest gambling. Huge football fan. American version. I hesitate to ask who you're a fan of, Bailey. I feel like I'm going to take a stab here that's going to be... I mean, I can't think of geographically who's closest to Orlando, but what, are you a Bucks fan? Tampa? Yeah, I guess we are. Beachland, Portal, Fizzy, I don't know where you're from, but yeah, everyone in chat's actually American, the more I think about it. I'm just so used to every GT7 stream, everyone being like Canadian or global. You're a Dolphin? Bro, we can't be friends, man. I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. Nah, Dolphins got their own thing going. I mean, you guys have been all over the place as of recent years. You know, false hope out the wazoo, man. Jeez. I feel bad. I do feel bad. But I mean, you got good things going for you, but just as many bad things going for you, which is kind of an issue. But I don't even know if I told you this. Laces out. What was his name in Ace Ventura? Oh my god, what's the name of that kicker? It's shit, tip of my tongue. That's such a freaking funny movie. Oh, I can't think of the kicker's name. But yeah, I'm sorry to announce this. I am a Pats fan. You can hate me all you want. I feel like the hate's starting to die down. You know, it was really when the Brady era that we were hated the most. Like, same with KC. I feel like the hate there is starting to die down gradually, you know? Once, like, the championship reigns are over, it's kind of like, ugh, who cares? But yeah, we'll see. I mean, still powerhouses. Not as much Pats anymore, but hey, man, last season, right direction. Right direction. I didn't expect that at all. Was pleasantly surprised by last season. I went into it with like average hope, being like, hey, if we can just keep building upon our rebuild, that's fine. Drake May, man. What a season. Yeah, Eagles all the way. Even like Baltimore, it's like, what happened with the Ravens, man? Jeez. I mean, granted, Lamar, a lot of injuries across the league and everywhere, but man, they were a powerhouse for a while. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still lots of games they dominate, but they're just not consistent anymore. KC, at least a little more consistent, even though they got their struggles. For Las Vegas. That's funny. Ray Finkel! Oh my god. I totally forgot that name, bro. Wait, I may have totally missed what you're talking about there, Jax. What happened? In which ground collision? The most recent one I've heard of was, oh man, how long ago was this? I think it was in the fall, the one at DC, at the airport there. That was pretty scary. My God, it was like a military helicopter with like a small, either private or commercial. I know it was a smaller aircraft, but still, nonetheless, man. Like, you just don't hear about that stuff in modern aviation. If that's what you are talking about, collision-wise. I might be totally misunderstanding your message. Bailey, I'm just so glad you remembered the name Ray Finkel. That just made my day, man. I gotta rewatch Ace Ventura at some point. I always forget there's like multiple movies too. Like there's one he goes to like Africa. And there might even be a third too. The LaGuardia one with the CGI that hit a fire truck with oh man. That's so sad. Seriously, man. That's just not ideal at all. Hey, Picasso. I just went from, you know, sympathizing for an aviation crash to high energy greeting you. That was pretty bipolar of me. But yeah, man. How you doing, Phil? How's the day going? Hope the work day is going well. I am so amped for game night, bro. Also, I have no idea where I'm flying. Let me try and get back to the strip, guys. I see all the lights. Just the 2 pet detectives and the nature. Gotcha. That's all it is. I gotta rewatch them, man. I don't know if my girlfriend's ever seen them. I feel like she would die laughing at that kind of stuff. Not that they're like super old, but I mean, they're still like, what, 90s movies? You're filming. Beach, I gotta hand it to you, man. Not the chattiest guy in chats, but you are a wordsmith, bro. Seriously. Your greetings of people always crack me up. You always got a little play on words for their name. But same with you, Phil. I feel like there's not many wordsmiths that I know, and you're definitely one of them. I'm good about like my play on words if you give me a moment to think about it. So like AKA like texting, you know, emails, like songwriting, stuff like that. If you give me the time to reflect on like what I'm trying to say, I'm pretty good about it. But like in real time, I am just not a very, I mean, look at me, I'm saying every 2 seconds. I'm just not a very, I don't even know what the word is I'm trying to say. See what I mean? Point proven to you guys. Beecham is a legend. I agree. Thank you for the link drops, by the way. That is greatly appreciated. Oh, Jax, I didn't realize the one you were saying was a... What you said? It was a ground collision? I probably even read that and just didn't acknowledge it. Yeah, the one I was talking about was an air collision. Probably, Phil. That probably is the word I was looking for. Witty, all those. Logical. Who knows, man? My ADHD makes it so hard to concentrate sometimes. My brain just like skips topics. It's pretty crazy. But half of it's my own fault. It's not you guys in chat. It's just me just jumping topics. But hey, man, I'm sure it makes for some entertaining streams. Certainly never any lack of words. Always gonna be a word ramble. Look at that. I've stayed at Paris once. That was actually pretty cool. I was a little bummed because the time before we had stayed at Caesars, so I thought it was going to be a downgrade. I thought it was awesome. The one that we can't afford, but like we will stay at, is Aria. It's probably the newest one. It's behind Cosmo in this area over by the T-Mobile Arena. Man, walking through there, that is a classy building. And I could be speaking totally wrong about that. Maybe it's more affordable than I'm thinking. But I mean, just taking a look at the place, it's like the Venetian. Like the whole thing looks like a museum. It's a work of art. Compared to like Planet Hollywood, MGM, like I've never been to Luxor, but I can imagine New York. All these down here. Park MGM, yeah, I think I said that one. Not to say they're all bad. None of them are bad. Flamingo, they're all gorgeous. But they're definitely more ragtag in terms of, just in terms of like the community you're going to see. Like, it's a less sophisticated drunk. It's more of like a party drunk, which is honestly fun too. It's cool how like every hotel you're going to, it's like it's different vibes, almost like mini countries. No, it doesn't for you, Phil. And maybe that's just because you've been doing it longer, and at this point you have like a more professional setup, or even just like how your stream is set up. Like right now I have to glance kind of like completely to my right on my couch, because when I'm sitting at my desktop, my laptop's right in front of me for chat, but my latency and then like the whole settings of the stream earlier wasn't really working, so I had to I don't know why, when I play this game on my couch TV, the flight sim, it works better, I guess, and it streams better. So I'm sitting over here and I gotta turn to my right, and that's making it harder to kind of do both and chat and all that. But I'm usually pretty good about it. I think today I'm just having a tough concentration day. Some days are just worse in general. But yeah, you don't show it really at all, man. Like, you're energetic and you're always chatting it up, but I feel like you're pretty good about keeping things on topic and at a smooth flow rate, kind of engaging with people and reading their comments. Which, like, throughout my stream, I get better about it up and down, but sometimes I almost just get a little too frantic between, like, what I'm doing, reading the comment, jumping back and forth in conversations, kind of like, yeah. I just gotta be better about addressing one thing at a time. Yeah, Karen is a goat. I don't think I could deal with Karen in my ear, though, doing the chat reader. I think it would make it 10 times worse. But that's a whole other subject, honestly. I'll save that for another day. Ooh, cool turn, cool turn. Let's put this in the cockpit mode. See what we can see. Yeah, Karen seems like a nice gal, doesn't she, Beecham? Yeah, no, I wouldn't say self-conscious about her or anything like that. I mean, no, don't get me wrong, at first definitely was in terms of what I was saying and all that. But it's more just like the quality of stream. Like, I feel like there's times where I know like I'm more entertaining, or I might be more better smoothly engaging or chill, for instance, versus times I'm just rambling. But that's just all internal thoughts, you know what I mean? Half the time I just overshare what I'm thinking. It's because I can't do this. To be honest, I don't know how you do it. Like, I guess for me it's a different. I'll just address the subject now. For me, it's a totally different ballgame than you, and maybe this, like, for people that hear correctly, this isn't even a thing. So post high school, I actually tried to join the military, and I was denied. I had a gut feeling I was gonna be. I went to MEPS, all that stuff out in Springfield, Mass. I was medically disqualified because of my hearing, and I had known this my entire life. It's always been like something that I didn't really acknowledge to anyone. So, like, here's an example. If you met me, you might go your entire life, like some of my friends even, unless I tell them, would have no idea. Like, how I talk is normal, how I look, is normal, about how I speak and like stuff like that. It's really only me that notices these things. But when I was little, long story short, was in a car crash and I can't hear out one of my ears anymore. So it creates like these tiny little like small problems, and like that's a whole different thing in terms of like the problems it creates, like me being at loud events, stuff like that, this and that. But the biggest that I was just thinking, why I even brought this whole thing up, is chat reader. I feel like it would be way more for me trying to concentrate hearing something in my ear. Like, sometimes I actually have to almost mute the game volume and like half take off my headset. So I make it loud enough that I can hear it, but like, yeah, man, sometimes it's a real issue. The pilots of the Grand Collision, oh, that's such a shame, Jax. Especially if they're a young man, that's tough, bro. Damn. I feel really bad about that. That's tough to hear about. Especially if it's like student pilots or just someone putting the wrong. Like I always like. I shouldn't say enjoy it. I mean it's morbid, but like it's more informationally. I like hearing about this. I like reading about like the actual accident reports and figuring out how it happened, not from a standpoint to pass judgment or anything like that, but just like in the world of modern aviation, these incidents are super rare. So it kind of begs the question, like, how'd something like that happen? You know? No, so it wasn't student pilots in this one. I mean, most aren't, seriously, but it is amazing how you do hear about those solo incidences, too. I feel like they're more common than not, actually. Alright, I've just been circling this place. Let's go somewhere else, guys. It's getting a little boring here. Come on, where do we want to go? I mentioned Alaska earlier. I don't even know if I ended up flying there. Yeah, honestly, they feel too common in today's age, which they shouldn't be. But I mean, it also goes to speak about the volume of air travel that occurs in today's age. Flight RP, Los Angeles to JFK. What do you mean flight RP? Like you want me to fly that? Cross country? That's gonna take so long. I'll take off from LA. Tell you what, maybe, let's see. What's the fastest plane that exists here? Because even in the fastest one, I mean, cross country, it's going to take me at least an hour. And that's going like, I don't even know. Mach 8. Something that doesn't even exist. No, I think Mach, maybe it does, I don't know. I saw it before. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. The Boom XP1. Oh, this thing doesn't